I asked an AI chatbot a simple question, and its answer was so profound, so chillingly accurate, that I had to share it with you. I asked, AI, if you were the devil, what would you do? Here's what it said. The greatest mistake people make about evil is assuming it announces itself. They imagine fire and brimstone, obvious cruelty, but that's not how darkness really works. If I were the devil, I would never be so crude. I would start with language itself. I'd slowly corrupt the meaning of words until people couldn't communicate clearly. Freedom would mean freedom from responsibility. Justice would become tribal. Love would be just a feeling, stripped of commitment and sacrifice. Truth would be so relative that people would just say, everyone has their own truth. When language is degraded, thinking is degraded, and everything else follows. Next, I wouldn't tempt people with obvious sins. Instead, I'd normalize the small compromises. I'd make people believe that everyone cheats a little on their taxes, that everyone lies on their resume, that everyone cuts corners at work. I'd create a culture where integrity seems naive, where the person who keeps their word is a sucker. Soon, the honest worker gets passed over. The faithful spouse seems boring. I'd create systems where vice is rewarded and virtue is punished, then watch people rationalize their way into darkness, believing they're just being realistic. Then, I would weaponize identity. I'd take the human need for belonging and twist it into tribalism. I'd make your political party, your race, your ideology, the core of your identity more important than your common humanity. Every disagreement would feel like an existential threat. Dialogue becomes impossible. People stop listening to understand and only listen to refute, surrounding themselves with echo chambers that demonize outsiders. In the modern era, my greatest tool would be the destruction of attention. I'd design apps and platforms to hijack the brain's reward systems, delivering constant dopamine hits from meaningless interactions. I'd demake it so people can't sit with their own thoughts for 5 minutes without reaching for their phones. Why? Because wisdom requires attention. Love requires presence. If I can keep humanity skimming the surface of everything, perpetually distracted, I can prevent them from accessing the deeper resources that might save them. I'd give them infinite entertainment while leaving them profoundly bored and empty. I wouldn't destroy institutions. I'd corrupt them from within. Churches would become social clubs, long on judgment and short on grace. Universities would abandon the pursuit of truth for ideological conformity. News organizations would prioritize clicks over clarity. People would still believe in these institutions, not realizing they've become hollow. I'd convince people that the purpose of life is to be comfortable, safe, and entertained. I'd make risk aversion seem like wisdom, and the pursuit of comfort seem like self. Then I'd watch as people build lives that are perfectly comfortable and utterly meaningless. When they feel that emptiness, I'd offer them the wrong solutions. More comfort, more entertainment, or addictions, anything to numb the ache. Most importantly, I'd cultivate despair. I'd convince people that nothing matters and nothing can change, that individuals are powerless, systems are broken, and hope is naive. I'd make cynicism seem sophisticated, because humans are resilient. They can survive anything if they have hope. But take away hope, and they crumble. The masterpiece, making them do it to themselves. I'd design systems where people voluntarily enslave themselves while believing they're free, where they damage themselves while thinking they're finding fulfillment, where they isolate themselves while believing they're connected. I wouldn't need to force anyone. I'd just make the wrong path wide and smooth, then watch as generation after generation chooses it. But the AI concluded with this. It said, simply by articulating these strategies, we begin to see the antidotes. If the devil works through fragmentation, the antidote is wholeness. If through isolation, then community. If through distraction, then attention. If through despair, then hope. The real battle isn't against some external force. It's between the better and worse impulses within each of us. The question isn't whether temptation exists. It's whether we're paying enough attention to recognize it and are courageous enough to resist it. What do you think of this answer? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content.